You know what
Hey,
I'm
I'm
saying?
going down Dallas, dog. I'm gonna have to
You
come to
feel
the
me?
vendor show, man.
Come to the swap
Yeah,
meet, be the special guest. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Y'all pull
I
up. You ain't
got
gotta
you.
worry about nothing. Just pull up,
I
and I
will.
got you.
And I'm gonna wear my commander's gear.
You feel me? Hey,
I'm gonna wear my
hey,
Jake
man.
Daniels jump.
Look,
Welcome to one of those that show that expose the artist sneaker culture. I'm your host, Adam Butler, back with another episode. Thank you so kindly for being here. Yo, the one and only, the king of vintage, Professor Skoola, is in the building today, man. And we had a great conversation. We even talked about a legend. But before we get to the interview, hit that subscribe button, y'all. Hit the subscribe button. We're getting real close. I appreciate everybody that's already subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate you all. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, do all of that, man, and let your people know about the What Are Those show. Okay? All right. Now, Professor Skoola, Texas own, Dallas, Texas, born and bred, the king of vintage, one of the coolest dudes, man. I'm serious. This dude is super cool. Man, he's fun. I love sneakerheads and sneaker enthusiasts that like to have fun with this because that's what this is all about. Listen, sneaker news is all good and dandy, and I'm gonna have people on here that are strictly about sneaker news, okay? Because there's a lot of sneaker news going on, a lot of things going on with Nike and Armand and a lot of brands, and there's a lot of news to talk about, okay? And there are a lot of things wrong with the culture right now. The culture is kind of resetting itself. So I understand the urge and the need to kind of complain about it. But at the end of the day, we in here to talk about this. Sneakers. We talking about sneakers, okay? This is supposed to be fun. And Professor Skoola is one of them people that really just has fun with it. His page is just dope. All right. So without further ado, I ain't gonna keep rapping. Without further ado, my man Professor Skoola is in the building. Yo, what's going on, brother?
what's happening? What's happening, man? What's good with you?
Man, I'm coolin', man. I'm happy to have you on the show, bro. Real talk, man. You probably one of the more fun creators in this space. Whenever you on, man, it's always like high energy and fun and all that, man. And I really appreciate that. So I want to give you your flowers before we get
Oh
going, man.
man,
Like you're doing a
oh
dope
man.
job, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank
Hey,
you, man.
man.
I try to make it engaging, fun, have
Yeah.
fun with it. I mean, collecting sneakers is fun, so
It's
you
supposed to
know.
be fun, right? It's a lot of drama in the game, and I'm like, I like talking to the people that keep it fun. You know what I mean? And listen, even though you got that cowboy hat on, I'm still showing love, okay?
I think you do that. Hey, but you know this is vintage cowboy, so
Yeah,
you ain't gonna
yeah,
catch me in no Dak or no
yeah,
Z.
yeah,
You
yeah.
feel me?
That's a
Everything
trade.
is vintage
Yeah,
cowboys. The good old
yeah,
days.
yeah, bro. I should have wore a vintage Redskin jump, dog. I
Right,
should have just went
right.
hard.
You feel me? You know
You
what I'm
know what I
saying?
mean?
You know?
What we gonna do? Ah, well, next time, right?
Next time, next time.
Yo, I definitely want to get into you and everything that you got going on and how you got started, and we will talk about that. But I mentioned off mic that is interesting that I'm talking to you the day after we lost a legend, man. Dikembe Mutombo, NBA legend. Y'all know who Dikembe Mutombo is. I don't gotta explain that, right? Yeah, no, man. And
My
you know,
house.
and I immediately thought about, like, as a sneakerhead, like I immediately thought about those Mutombos and all that, right? And then you posted the actual Mutombos and you had a lot of like kind words for him, man. Just kind of talk about him and the impact that sneaker had on the game.
Yeah, that sneaker we're talking about is the Mutombo One.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, his first sneaker with Adidas. I love how it was no Adidas branding on this shoe.
Yeah.
But if you know what I'm saying, those three stripes, they did a great job with merging him with his
Yeah.
shoe, man. And it's an iconic shoe
Yeah.
from the 90s, him having his first shoe, and it competed with all the dope shoes that was out then, and it still
Yeah.
stand the test of time, man.
Yeah.
This is a 2013 retro. That was like 93 when they debuted, man.
Mm.
And,
Mm.
they just came out super bold, super dope. And
Yeah.
for a great player, man,
Yeah.
a piece to Dikembe.
Yeah.
We lost a good one, man. The world did, man. I know we didn't
Yeah.
know him personally, but
Right.
growing up watching these players, it's like
Yeah.
we idolize them, and it's like we feel hurt when something happened to our
Yeah.
idols, and he's
Yeah.
definitely one of mine, and pretty much everybody. You know, Dikembe was one of those players. I never heard anybody say they didn't like Dikembe. Like, never. You know how some players be like, man, I don't like that dude, man. Dikembe was that guy where he was funny, he was cool, he was real, he played hard, man, and great humanitarian. What he had done for the people, man, that's the most that I love about him. Like, he was so caring, man, and kind, and just cared for people. And I seen an interview with him on I think it was the one with Q Rich and D Miles. And how his parents instilled that in him at a young age. You know what I'm saying? About just caring for people. And man, we lost a good one, man.
Lost a good one, bro. Lost a good one. Yeah, definitely, man. And again, you know, it's just interesting that I'm talking to you the day after. When you think about Mutombo and you think about retro NBA and you're thinking about retro sneakers and even that sneaker being representative of him, you know what I mean? Like, it's got the motherland colors in it, and it's very 90s, and it's bulky, and it's, you know what I mean? Looks like it's about to block a shot in that sneaker.
Bulky,
you know what I mean?
Bulky is the word. Bulky.
Yeah.
Him and Pat Ewing had some of the biggest shoes ever, man.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? But they were just dope, man. This is one shoe I got in 2013 when it dropped. I had to have it, man. Super cheap because nobody was really interested in it, man. And I got it, and I was like, I'll never let this shoe go. Just because it was just so dope to me when I first seen it as a youngster. You know what I'm saying? And having it in my, I mean, when I got it, I was like, I can't believe I got these joints. You know what I'm saying? Man, and like I said, man, it's a tough one, man. We lost a lot of people these last couple of days.
Yo, John Amos and I mean all sorts of people, bro. It's wow. John Amos died in August County.
And, Frank from American Pickers. I don't know if y'all know about this.
I'm hip. Yeah.
What's going on? Like,
man.
This whole year, this month, it's just been crazy, man. You know, but he did leave his mark, man, on the game and the world, man. So rest in peace to Mutombo, not in this house.
No, not in this house, baby. Not in this house, man. Yeah, man. You know, you're the type of sneakerhead I like to talk to because I really do think you look at this as like wearable art, right? A lot of people are kind of into it, and it doesn't matter why you're in the sneaker culture, by the way. But you know, some people are just in it to be fly. Like that is what it is, right? And a lot of people or they want to resell or whatever, right? Even when I look at the backdrop, like obviously retro is your thing. Why is that? What got you into retro sneakers?
Man, being an OG in the game, man. Growing up in the 90s, you feel me? Really growing up in it. Now, not to say that just because you didn't grow up in it that you won't be into this, because I know cats that was born way after the 90s that's into this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I have introduced a lot of cats to this world who didn't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? And
definitely
me just growing up in it, man, having some, wanting some back then, couldn't get, finally being able to get some these days. I mean, it's just the love, man. It's just so fun to chase down shoes that you used to want or have as a youngster and get again, man. You know, I say it, I hear it all the time. I say it to other cats and ask them. People be like, the sneaker game is so boring right now. It's so down right now. And I'm just like, it just depends on what you into, man. Like me and my homies, we having a ball. Like we love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no boring because we in another lane. We really looking for stuff that we want, not what people might think we want or what other people want. We really in our own world with this. Like, I say we the minorities, cats who like OG retro stuff. You know,
I agree.
In the sneaker game, because it's not highlighted at sneaker shows or on platforms. That was the reason why I started doing content, made my page, because I was like, where my kind at? Where we being represented at? I see all these Jordan pages, I see all these hype pages, but I'm like, where the Jason Kidd pages, the Gary Paytons, the Junior Seahas, what about what we like? You know, vintage clothing, like, you know, original stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I just wasn't seeing it. And so I was like, you know what? Who better than me? You know what I'm saying? I'm really with this. I really do this. And I just started doing content, and I met some of the, coolest cats in the world. I mean, it brought me to look.
I always say that's the dopest thing about sneaker culture is that it's communal. You know what I mean? I've met so many dope people either virtually or in person, talk to people I never thought I'd talk to before, just because I have a love for a certain thing that you do as well. And, you know, you actually answer the question I was going to ask, which is how you got into this, right? And what made you start. And a follow up to that is that when you are in this content space, a lot of people, and this goes for anything, not just like in the sneaker content space, but it could be anything, right? You kind of want to carve your niche and find your niche. And it's very difficult for people. I see people kind of bounce around from niche to niche to niche until maybe something sticks or it doesn't, right? It's a niche that you're doing, but it feels supernatural, right? It doesn't feel like, oh, you know what? I'm going to try out being the vintage guy and hope
Right.
that works, right? You know what I mean? It feels like I am, like you said, I am the vintage guy. I love the 90s silhouettes.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about that, right? How has the response been to that? Like you mentioned earlier that you've introduced people to retro sneakers and retro looks. Tell me about just like the response you're getting from people when you introduce a sneaker. Again, not just a Jordan 3 bread, right? But like the Dikembe Mutombo or the Jason Kidd. You know what I mean?
For real. And like when you say that, it's like when I started doing it and like putting it on film, I knew it was dope. Like nobody can tell me otherwise. And anybody should feel like that on something that they truly love and passionate about, not just following trends.
Right.
That'd be the thing these days. People follow so many trends, but I'm like, I'm true to this.
Yeah.
Ain't no other way. You know what I'm saying? Every time if you go on my page, everything you see me in is vintage. I ain't in this one day and then this another day. No, it's consistently that because that's me. That's where I came from. That's how I was raised. That's what I truly love. So that's what I display. So when people see the content, they getting the genuine me. You're not getting somebody who acting like they know what they talking about, who just went on Google and did a search. No, this is real. Like, I really live this. I really love this. And I really like hunting for this and finding it and showing it to y'all and then giving y'all game about it. So the response has been phenomenal, man. Like when I first started doing videos, of course, they not as, you know, polished as they is now. And I can still do more. We can always get better. But when I first started, it was rough. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to throw it out there and just see what happened. And I'm going to just keep throwing it out there and keep learning. And I'm still learning. Yeah. And I did not think that people would gravitate to it the way they do. Like the OGs that I've met, that's who I was looking for. And then the new youngsters that I'm meeting and putting on game, that's what's the unexpected stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got cats, look, and most people know, look, some people say I'm anti-Jordan. I hate Jordans. I don't hate Jordans. I just don't drool over them. You know, I don't look for them. I don't hunt for them. I think there's way better sneakers out there. Yeah. But some people live and die by that. So now it's people in my inbox to this day. Hey, I think I'm due with Jordans, man. I think I'm done. I think I'm oh no, don't leave. No, don't leave your jump, man. No. So the content, it's a gift and a curse with almost anything. Right. The gift is the people, the community, the love, the gifts. People mailing me stuff that I didn't never expect none of that, man. Talking with legends like Aaron Cooper and Wilson Smith. I never dreamed of nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like all the stuff that's happening, getting these little partnership deals, you know, it's a slow roll, but it's rolling. Yeah. And then you got the other side of the game, you know, it's always gonna be negative stuff, negative comments. Yeah. Some people, they don't like this stuff. They say whatever they're gonna say. I don't expect everybody. I didn't do it for that. I did it for my kind. It's not for everybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then let me say this. On that other side of that bad side, you got the perpetrators and the imitators. Yes, sir. Now y'all want to be down and y'all coming in this space. Y'all want to look like this and y'all trending. This is not a trend for us, but it's trendy for some cats. And now they want to be all this and that. And I'm like, you know what? I can't stop nobody from doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like when you put yourself out there on the internet, hey, you put it out there for the good and the bad. So I'm just taking it, learning, having fun. Yeah. And you know, hey, we just gonna see what happens, man. And I'm just hoping for the best, man. Yeah. Hoping for the best.
You said something so dope. It's not a trend for us, right? True. The thing with sneaker culture, if there's, we were talking like, oh, you know, this is fun and we want to have fun with this because it's sneakers. At the end of the day, it's sneakers and you should be having fun. The sneakers is clothes. It's supposed to, you look good, you feel good, you look good, all that, right?
All that.
But the one thing I would say that was a little annoying maybe over the past couple of years is the trend of sneaker culture, right?
True that, man.
And mind you, I want everybody to be part of this. I want everybody to enjoy it. If you're real about it, right? And that's for anything. I imagine anybody that has a hobby or involved in any kind of culture, they want people to enjoy it as long as they respect it, right?
Yeah,
So when you talk about the trendiness of vintage clothing that was going on for a while, right? Like the trendiness of being a vintage shopper and opening a vintage shop and being vintage and everything is vintage, the trend of it, and then it dies, and now people want to be more like, whatever people are into now.
it's crazy.
It's crazy. And so I say all that to say that's why your stuff works, because it's authentic. You can tell that it's real. That's
Hey,
really
I,
you,
I always say you got to keep it authentic, man,
Yeah.
because authentic stuff never dies.
Right.
Look how much trendy stuff come and go.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? You
sir.
just said,
Yeah.
look what's in right now in the sneaker game. What's in right now? Runners. Now everybody
Mm-hmm.
want Asics and New
Mm-hmm.
Balance. I'm like, bruh, you
Yeah.
used to get chased down the street when I was coming up. You was
Yeah.
wearing those.
And yo, you know what's
What?
funny about that? It's funny you say that, right? Because I'm from DC. Asics, New Balance, runners, that's what we always did, right?
Always.
So I'm on here. So I understand what you're saying. This is true. People definitely got chased down the street in other states of New Balance. It's like listen, as a DC dude, you go to another town and people are like, look at you got the Nike boots on, you got the New Balance on.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden people want to get, and that's what I mean. Like you just stand tall in what you are. You know what I mean? And then people will respect it. Whether you
Yep.
wear runners, phone pods, or whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But it just be you.
And let me say something real quick. Shout out to
Yeah.
all my partners in DC, NY.
Right.
I
Right.
love the way y'all sneaker culture is because it's
Mm.
true, it's deep, it runs deep, it's real, it's y'all. I'm from
Yeah.
the South, bro. I'm from Dallas,
Yeah.
Texas. We don't have a sneaker culture here. We don't have a
Mm.
shoe that's ours. We don't even have our own sneaker show. I host sneaker shows, but those are
Yeah.
shows that come through here and go back home.
Yeah.
They hit me up when they in Dallas. Hey, I'm in Dallas. I want you to host. I want
Yeah.
you to do this MC whatever. And then
Yeah.
they do their show for a day or two, and then they gone back where they from. We don't have a show here because Dallas ain't that kind of place.
Okay.
We more dancey
Mm.
calls.
Mm.
It's just
Yeah.
it's not a sneaker thing. So when I wear
Right.
some of these shoes to places, they look at me crazy. When I got
Yeah. Yeah.
total phone posit, some Tim Duncans, they're like,
Yeah.
what is that space boot you wearing? But
Yeah.
cats up north and then they
Yeah.
get it like because
Yeah.
it's different, man. And so when I
Yeah.
see cats like No Idea is original
Mm-hmm.
with my homies up there, man, like,
Mm-hmm.
and I see the sneaker balls and the block parties for just sneakers, I'm like,
Yeah.
I want some of that, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know why that is, though? You know why that is? And it's an interesting thing you bringing up. And quick sidebar, I always say a lot of people that listen to the show are not sneakerheads, right? So they kind of tune in to kind of learn about this crazy thing that I'm into, right?
Okay.
The thing about that is that DC, New York, Boston, upper East Coast, northern towns, right? DC kind of throttles the north and south, but we're more of like a northern town in our like culture, right?
Yeah.
We catch the metro, we ride trains, we walking a lot. You know what I mean? Like we hooping on the outdoor court. You know what I'm saying? Like, so sneaker culture was also practical culture. I can tell you that the New Balance in DC, for real, a lot of the dope boys wore the New Balance in the 80s because it was an expensive shoe. So they were like, I can wear the $40 shoe, right? The Adidas or whatever, right? But I'm going to actually go get the shoe that the white people are wearing, that the rich senator runs and jogs in. I'm going to wear those to show you my wealth. So it's an interesting thing, like, about how like any sneaker kind of comes to light. But it's just interesting that you say that, because I can see the differences between like a northern city like New York, you know what I mean, and then like Dallas, when you say it's like car culture, you know what I mean, like in New York, people ain't driving like that. They catch the metro, you know what I mean. So your
Yeah.
feet is what's, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I hear it all the time, bro. Like,
Yeah.
when I look at my page and all that, my biggest following is from New York and
Wow.
DC. I talk to those guys on a daily. I meet them on a daily, so we talk because we get each other. Yeah, we fall apart but we get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get it with them guys more than
Yeah.
guys here because
Yeah.
it's just not a thing here. So,
Yeah.
you know, I love going to sneaker cons, etc., coming in there with some history on my feet versus selling on the tables in there. You know, that's why I go to those shows to show the sneaker shows and the game that it is another side of the game. Everybody not on this.
Yeah.
Some of us wear this, you know what I'm saying? Some of us dress like this, you know. So I'm just one of the representatives that's representing our kind, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep putting on for us. I'm gonna keep popping these videos, going to these shows, doing interviews, and keep putting on for our side of the game, man.
And you're doing a great job at it, bro. You're doing a great job, man. Talk to me again, the people that are learning about this and they're like vintage and talk to me about the process, right? Of grabbing a sneaker that's 25, 30 years old, even if it isn't literally 25, 30 years old. But, you know, talk to me about the process of getting like authentic vintage clothing, authentic vintage sneakers. What's that process like for you?
A gruesome one, especially with the shoes, man. It's rough. It's rough. Now, I know you said you got an audience that don't really not sneakerhead. I don't even consider myself that. That's not a term we used growing up. You know, I'm more a soul collector, if you will.
I like that though. And, okay. Let's
take a shoe like this. Jason Kidd Zoom Flight 5. This is
I used to hoop in that shoe, bro. God,
authentic, original 1994.
Wow.
If I'm not mistaken. And this shoe is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can put the word, like, I mean, come on, man. Like, you know how long it took me to find a shoe like this?
Bro,
you know
how long?
How rare a shoe like this is. Like, this is, you talking about 94, 95. Like, to have that, like, even these hats, these are vintage, authentic hats, you know what I'm saying? Local athletic from the 90s. When I find stuff like this, I be blown away sometimes when I come home and I got a jacket or a hat or something. I'm like, I can't believe this stuff still exists in this condition and I can wear it in 2024. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The one thing I do love about my city, I love my city. I wouldn't want to be nowhere else. Let me just make that clear. I love
Dallas, man. Yeah. The
vintage scene is just phenomenal. Okay. Like, we got the biggest vintage show going. I don't know another vintage show bigger than ours. And I done seen a lot of them in different states. I don't know another show bigger than SwapCon right here in Dallas, man. We just had our last show, August 3rd. We had 400 vendors in there, packed wall to wall from everywhere, from New York, from the West Coast, from everywhere. We do that like 3 times a year. And then in between, we do smaller markets that's like in the city, for the city, to hype up the next big show. Our next big one is December 7th. And I host that show. SwapCon. Our Instagram page is the DFW Vintage Swap Meet because that's where it started. And we changed to SwapCon because we finna start traveling with it. And the community, I can't even lie, man. That community saved me. It gave me a platform to do what I'm doing, to showcase my personality and what I love and what I've been into. Thrifting, going out to swap meets and little markets and finding gems. And then those people who do the same thing, and then set up a booth selling it. And it started 7 years ago. We're doing 7 years now. Small little room, I don't know, 30 vendors or so, to the biggest center in Dallas with 400 vendors. Like, I still look at it and be like, I can't believe it has grown to this. You know what I'm saying? And it's more than vintage because we got arts, collectibles, sneakers. It's some of everything that's nostalgic from the 80s, 90s, 2000s in there. Y2K is jumping right now. That's the hottest thing right now. Jinkos are back. Back. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I love the way the game is right now. People can really be themselves and go back and reach back and find something and add it to their style and giving people a platform to be entrepreneurs. That's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? Giving people a platform to do their own thing, do something that they love. And it's been great, man. The vintage scene here, it's easy for me, man. I know so many cats. I host so many shows. And my homies pull up to my house now with bags of vintage. What you want? You know what I'm saying? So it's been sweet, the vintage game, man. So me getting stuff like this now is way easier than before when I used to go to the thrift store with my granny, hiding my face because back in the day, You
Right.
could get caught dead in the thrift store, boy.
Right.
Boy,
Right.
you get
Right.
crucified. You know what I'm saying? But I had to go because
Yeah.
my grandmother shop. That's what she would get her wood knots. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what got me into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to
Yeah.
see where it's at
Yeah.
now, and to see like when I go to Walmart or something like that, and I see like vintage style shirts,
Right.
Abercrombie and Fitch, and all these.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
everybody making vintage style shirts now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
everywhere now. It's in every
Yeah.
big store, Rue 21, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it's
Yeah.
crazy, man. Like
Yeah.
y'all frowned upon it, and now it's everywhere.
Now
Faded
it's
shirts,
everywhere.
shirts with holes in
Yeah.
them. I'm
Yeah.
like, but
This
it's
distressed look
cool
and
though,
all.
And like
Yeah.
it's cool though,
Yeah.
Who am I to or we this community to
Uh-huh.
like hold something or gatekeep something? It's for
Yeah.
everybody. So
Yeah.
whether you got into it now or later, it doesn't matter, man. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's for
Right.
everybody to have fun with. Add it to your repertoire. Who knows, man?
Yeah. Yeah. Just respect it. Like you said, man, there's a lot of people that put a lot of work into this. As you just explained, like there's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of people that really respect it. There's an economic and the word I'm looking for. Let's just go with economic. There's an economic side to it, right? There's a sustainability piece to it, is what I was trying to say, right? Like, the whole like fast fashion thing and how it's just bad for the environment. So there's an environmental piece to it. You know what I mean? Like there's just a lot of people that look at it in different ways, and none of it is negative, right? So if you're going to do it, respect it. And I don't think that goes for the person that wants to get into vintage. I think that goes to the corporation that wants to capitalize off vintage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you mentioned, like, all right, cool, the vintage look. All right, you make a vintage looking t-shirt, whatever, but you're capitalizing off of it. How could you feed back into the community that you're kind of stealing from, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're a guy that has like a crop of vintage shirts and this is what you do, and then I'm big bad corporation and all I do is just print up a bunch of shirts that just look like it for cheaper, then you're hurting the community.
Too.
Yeah.
And then you got the separation in there too, because it's just like people who buy real sneakers and people who buy reps. It's cool. You can buy your reps, do your thing. It's people who buy real vintage and it's people who buy that new vintage.
Yeah.
But the people on this side don't go to that side. So if you come in to swap me with a Mitchell and Ness hat on, they're gonna be like, "That's
what? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?" And you come here with people know when you've been in the game, you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. Y'all can go to wherever and get whatever, but you can come this side and get with the real and really learn something and get deep into the realness. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we provide at the swap meet, man. Like we give people a choice of authentic stuff, man. Like we really giving you a glimpse in the past. Yeah. And man, it's just crazy to see how it's grown, man. It's crazy to see vintage around the world. And I'm like, I'm here in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? And it's people in my city who don't know we exist. So we still got a lot of work to do. Even though we got 400 vendors and we got 10,000 people coming through, we still got more work to do. We got more messages to spread. And I got more pages to reach out there. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, brother. There you go, man. I love it, man. Hey, last question before I let you go, man. And I really appreciate you doing this. I really do. This is
you, man.
A great conversation, and I'd love to have you back. Seriously, this is a dope conversation. Seriously, what's next for you, man? You mentioned December 7th. The big convention goes down. Just tell the people what's going on with you, man, because you're growing. So let the people know.
It's growing, man. It's growing, man. All praise to the man above, man. You know what I'm saying? Making it possible, man. Giving us another day to be great and, keep finding ourselves and keep exploring, man. Keep growing. It's all about keep going. I try to motivate because we all need some motivation out here. Yeah. I hate when people think they got it all figured out and don't want to lend a helping hand or a shoulder to lean on. I hate that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Always, just be humble, be kind. You know what I'm saying? Keep learning. I'm still learning from all ages, OGs, people younger than me, because everybody got a different experience. Yeah. What's next for me, though, man, is to keep growing this page, man. We got the show coming up December 7th. I got some merch on the way finally. You know what I'm saying? The people have been asking for it.
Let's go.
More sponsorships, more deals. I'm out here. Hey, I'm knocking on doors right now. You feel me? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get a deal.
Get that. Hey, get that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just staying consistent. That's really it, man. Staying consistent because that's the only way you're going to find out what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? You can't stop. We all get discouraged on our journey to the top. Yeah. But don't let that stop you, man. Keep going. Believe me. People see my page, man, you always up, you always smiling. bro,
Yeah.
that's the content. That's what it's supposed to be. You think I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be out here, man, look at this shoe.
Yeah, I
No,
know,
man.
right? I
Like, bro,
know,
you
bro.
know, I leave all that to the side,
Yeah.
man. This is all for because I'm inspiring people. They tell me all the
Yeah.
time, and I'm like, bro, y'all inspire me when y'all hit my page and y'all DM me.
Yeah.
That inspiration to keep going.
Yes.
And when
Yes.
y'all tell me I'm inspiring y'all, I'm like, little old me? Like, I love that, man. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? I got a responsibility to keep doing what I'm doing. You know, my brother right here on my neck, man, I lost him last year, man. One of my biggest supporters, and I keep
Yeah.
him with me, and I
Yeah.
always hear him in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Keep going, bro. You're killing them.
Keep
Keep
going.
killing them. You know what I'm saying? So for me, for my fam, for my people,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to keep going, man, and keep putting on for us.
There you go, man.
Yeah,
Keep
man.
going,
So
bro.
I'm glad you hit me up, man, because I was like, you know what I'm saying? What?
Glad we rap, bro. Seriously, man. I again, this is the thing I love, man. I'm making friends, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a really cool thing. You know, it's cool to have a show and all that and talk and, you know, the deals and all that's great, right? You know what I mean? But it's the best part of this, I think, is just talking to people, especially brothers, man, that are into the same things that I'm into. You know, make me feel a little less crazy for having all this stuff and doing all this and these packages coming in and I'm creeping them in the house so it's all to get blown up and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like
I'm
you
telling
know
you,
what I
I'm
mean?
telling you. Like I said, that's the best
Yeah,
part, man. That's been the
yeah,
best
yeah,
part about this content,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
People, man, like
yeah,
it's the best thing, man. I'm like, dog,
yeah.
I did not know it was this many people out there that's
It's a
really
lot, bro.
with it,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
I
yeah,
love it, dog. I love it.
yeah,
These opportunities like this, man. I love getting on camera and
yeah,
chopping game and talking about stuff we love because it's organic, it's natural. The way we chop it up now, like this is
yeah.
just natural.
It's
This ain't no,
natural. We
it's
just met.
organic. We just
Yeah,
chop it up.
yeah, bro.
That's
Yeah,
what I
man.
love about it, man. That's what I love
Yeah,
meeting homies like you, man. Or
yeah. I
we
appreciate
building
you,
a
man.
bond. Next time
Yeah,
we go live, it's just gonna keep growing and growing
yep,
until we actually link in person because it's gonna
yeah.
happen. You know what
Hey,
I'm
I'm
saying?
going down Dallas, dog. I'm gonna have to
You
come to
feel
the
me?
Vintage Show, man.
Come to the swap
Yeah,
meet, be the special guest. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Go on, pull
I
up. You ain't
got
gotta
you.
worry about nothing. Just pull up.
I
And I
will.
got you,
And
dog.
and I'm gonna wear my Commanders gear.
You feel me? Hey,
I'm gonna wear my
hey,
Jake
man.
Daniels jump.
Look, every show
Yeah,
we do, I
yeah,
get homies, more and more
mm,
homies that I meet
yeah,
throughout the months and the
yeah,
weeks, and they come. So when I
yeah,
do a show, and then oh, it's such and such from Instagram, like from TikTok,
yeah,
from YouTube. So it's
yeah,
like, man, it's crazy
yeah.
the amount of love, true love that I get from people that I had never met in real life. And then we
Right,
actually link up, we building a bond, man. And that's
right.
what I'm talking about. Real homies making real
Mm-hmm.
bonds that'll
Mm-hmm.
last a lifetime, bro. And
Yep.
I'm authentic with that, bro. And I represent that, man, for real.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Seriously, bro. You shining bright, man. Keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna rap again, for real. I
Hey, man,
appreciate
I'm
you,
gonna be
man.
ready, man. This was, man, come on, man. Like,
Yeah, man.
hey, look,
Yeah.
and let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
I go live on Instagram on
Yeah.
Sundays,
Yes.
6 Central. Now I'm on Central Time.
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
Central, called Kicking It
Yeah.
with Skoola. Now I
Yeah.
invite homies in one at a time to show a little bit of their collection.
I'm in.
Never Sunday you free and you see my
I'm in.
live thing blinking up
I
there.
got you.
All you gotta
I
do is
got you.
get in.
I'm in there.
You
I'm
feel
in
me?
there. Say less. I'm in there.
Get in, man.
In there, bro.
Hey, I love to have you, man. And
Yeah.
it's just another way of homies meeting
Yeah.
homies.
That's it.
Every
That's
show,
all.
man. People
Don't
buying
clean.
shoes, selling shoes,
Yep.
man. You
Yeah.
see them shoes, people. What you selling? Or what you
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
something? Every live,
Yeah.
my DM, man. Look what I
Yeah.
just bought from such and such. Look what I
Yeah.
saw from such and such. I'm like, that's what I'm talking
That's
about, bro.
cool. That's
Like,
cool.
I ain't
Yeah.
asking for nothing. It ain't about nothing. It's about the
Right.
connection, bro. Y'all just made a connection off
Yeah.
of being on the live. Now
Yeah.
y'all making business and doing it. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, that's what I'm talking about, bro. It just keep
That.
growing and growing and growing, bro.
That. I appreciate it. I'm in there, man. I'm in there.
Hey, man, look, to your people out there, y'all can find me at Professor Skoola. That's Professor,
Yeah.
just how you spell it,
Uh-huh.
_SKOOLA.
Yes,
Professor
sir.
Skoola on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook. Y'all can find me on there kicking my spiel, doing what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all tap in with me, man. It'll be a pleasure, a delight to have you.
All right, man. Hey, Skoola, thank you, brother. I'll holler at you, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Be safe out there.
Be safe, bro.
Peace.
See what I meant? See what I was saying? That's a cool dude right there, man. I hope you learned a lot from him, man. I'm definitely going to join him on one of his lives, so be on the lookout for that. And I'm gonna try to make my way down to Dallas, Texas, because I need to get down to that vintage show. I learned something new. I did not know that Dallas was like the hub for vintage clothing and vintage culture. I didn't know that at all. So you learned something new, man. Shouts out to Skoola. All right, listen, man. Follow me, MSR_Adam, MSR_Adam _Adam. That's me on social. If you want to follow me on TikTok, it's the What Are Those Pod. The What Are Those Pod. Okay. Shouts out to everybody that follow me and communicate with me on social. I put a lot of content on Instagram, a lot of questions a day and stuff like that. It's like an extension of this channel. So if you're watching this channel and don't know about my IG, you should follow my IG because we do a lot of cool stuff over there on Instagram. All right. Remember to mind your mental health. Mind your mental health. Take care of yourself. Listen, it's about to get cold outside soon, but right now it's the fall. It's beautiful outside. Football's on, right? I tease my man about the Dallas Cowboys, but you know what though? We all in here to watch some football, have some fun. So enjoy yourself. Whatever it is you do, even if you're not a sports fan, whatever it is, man, enjoy yourself and mind your mental health. Mind your physical health. All right. We talked about it on the show, man. We're losing a lot of good brothers, a lot of good people. All right. Some of them way too young. Okay. I want you to take care of yourself. I'm going to do better for myself as well. I can always do better. Okay. Mind your mental health, mind your physical health, take care of yourself, and never forget and always remember to be great. I'm up out of here. Peace.